being consistent on that career change path can be hard, but the results spectacular. Let's talk about it. Roll it. Welcome back to another video where we've been exploring this idea of consistency and how being more consistent in life can get you to the place you've always wanted to be. Got a great email here from somebody who's struggling through a career change. Been struggling for quite some time from my understanding of this email, and the question is very basic. It's, what advice do you give to people changing careers in their situation? And their situation involves a family, and I think a lot of us have been through this idea of, hey, I need change, I want a new career, and look how hard it is from a perspective of learning, growth, looking at different careers in different fields, and of course, the important stuff, money, the family, time the family needs, and so on and so forth. It's hard. Hi Nikos, I'm lost with my work. I want change with my career, but I have a family. I've tried to change careers, but as always, it is hard with family and I usually quit. What steps do you usually take with people who are struggling through career changes? Well, consistency. It's saying I'm gonna do and keep doing it. It's a question of how much do you want it? How much do you actually want it? And then it's looking at it from a place of reality. It's a place of logic, emotional control, and reality. Most of the time when I talk to people about changing their career, well, they think it can be done overnight. Or they think that, hey, that 1 year program I can do in 1 year. And the reality is that not everybody can. It's based on your abilities to really perform in the time you have, the limited time you have, because your priority isn't just that, it's all the other things in your life, like your family. Having support is critical. If you're trying to make a change in your career, you need to have support. You need to have people counting on you to be able to pull through while counting you on the priorities that they need as a person in that family. This goes for both sides of being, parents. It's just, whoever you're parenting with, like, priorities are the kids. Priorities are the family. As you get older, the elders that are going to be needing your help. You name it. It's just, there's so many different aspects of life, and you need to be able to have that support. If you don't have that support, it'll be incredibly hard. So let's look at the different scenarios that people have and how we approach it. If you are able to leave work and there is a financial opportunity there where you can take advantage of and not have to worry about money, well, then you're gonna go work on a program for about a year or two, get what you need to do, and then go look for a job. Easy. In that case, it's really the family balance and what you need to do for, if you have kids, if you have a spouse that's always working and then you need to take care of more of the kids and this and that, you have to balance that out with the schools that you're going to go apply for, and you really need to plan out what school is best and work through that with your partner. If there's a financial commitment and you need to work, well, now we have to change things around, and we're going to be taking courses over a prolonged period of time, and you're going to commit to those, and you're going to know that your spouse is committed to that. A lot of the programs like the MBAs and all that, they're on Saturdays and Sundays, and they know that you are busy with work and family, and they do them on Saturdays and Sundays with the idea that, hey, in 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, depending on what program you're taking, you'll be able to do it. Usually they're 2 years. So, hey, can't you just do it for 2 years on weekends and spend the day at school and all this and that? Like, that's the question. So from that perspective, what's your timeline? What's your reality? What are you actually capable of doing? It doesn't matter who's changing careers and where they're going. Can you put up with that much learning, that much growth in that education side? How much time do you actually need? Are you able to walk through a book? Are you able to sit there and study while your kids are going to bed? Are you able to spend the extra hours while maintaining the happy life on the other side with your spouse and the kids? That's the question. What is possible with you? If you can't do that time, then that program may not be for you, and you need to pick something else and gradually get into that field that you're trying to change into. What I would be doing is writing all this down and really coming up with a plan. And in this plan, I would be looking at it from perspective of, I'm going to create a couple different plans, sub-plans, and I'm going to share this with my spouse. And we're going to express how much time we can both work on this stuff. Because the reality is, it's not just you doing this, it's the rest of the people in your life. Now you have a family, now you have priorities, so what are their priorities? We're going to look at them and say to ourselves, all right, we need to be consistent in order to succeed in this. We haven't done that before, that's why I had to quit. But this time, I'm really going to plan this out. And what you're going to do is sit down and really share with your family exactly what's needed between the 3 different things. And 3 different plans. So I would be setting up 3 different ones. I would be saying, hey, here's the I go to school, here's the I do it at nights, and here's the I do it online. Now, if I'm doing it in the different aspects, this is how much time I'm going to need outside of those times where I'm going to be in school, and and off you go. These are the different ones. What can you support me on, and what can we work together in order to achieve this? I need your support. Now, the reality of the expectations come out of this because now they know what to expect. You know what to expect. And in this case, when you're working on stuff, they know not to really guilt trip you. They know not to, really cause any conflict with you needing to do the things you need to do. And you're not going to be doing it. And you're going to work your hardest to get through it because the results will be there at the end of the day. Lastly, it's really looking at it from a perspective of, why are you doing this? And the question really is, you talk ill about your current job. Is it that bad? And the question is, if it is that bad, then why did you quit on the change you were looking for before? Was it not a big enough influencer? What is the actual influence that is causing you to want to change careers? Then you need to simply go do it. I am assuming that you could go a different path into changing careers into something else where it will take you more time to do while going and working. A lot of people who have a big bad influence of a job, they tend to want to get out as quickly as possible, and it is the motivator for them to keep going no matter what, and they don't quit. So this is really the question, is it not a big enough motivator for you? And the reality is that you would be able to stick to the plans you've implemented if it was. Now, you can counter that with saying, well, my family and this and that, I can't just quit and blah, blah, blah. But it just comes down to, well, those are excuses, really. You can counter it all you want. If it was a big enough motivator, then you would do what you need to do to get out of that scenario into the better one, and you would deal with it. So you wouldn't quit. So the question really begs, what other motivators can you bring into the table in order for you to not have to quit, in order for your family to see you succeed, in order for your family to really be happy for you and respect you and love you for you doing what you need to do to bring them a better life where you're coming home happy from a career you love and a career that you have been looking forward to for such a long time, and they get to see the person that they love and respect be happy. So take some time, really think about this stuff, and this is something that needs to be more in detail, but I think it applies to many people where we sit there and we go, all right, what do I actually need to do and how am I going to set it up? And a lot of the time we forget about the priorities that exist on the other side, not just our priorities, but the families, the spouses, the kids, and so on and so forth. And this is what we really need to look at when deciding we're going to change a career. How do we bring them into the conversation? How do we bring them into the decisions? How do we get them engaged? How do we get them to support us? My name is Nico Rentas. This is mentorsapproach.com. Hit that like button if you like what you see. Of course, hit the subscribe button to get your daily motivational idea to get you moving in the right direction. Of course, leave your story below. Leave your comment on, have you been here? What'd you do? What didn't you do? If you were to do it again, what would you do better? Because who knows, somebody might be reading your comment, they might be going through something similar, and you might help change their life.